Anyways, I am just getting word that we are ready for the next run. We have called Godzilla. Godzilla has arrived, and that means it is time for Godzilla, Monster of Monsters, Warpless, Godzilla only. I hope you are in fact here for Godzilla. So with one big war, let's take it away.
Hello everybody, I'm Vertz505 and I'm going to be playing Godzilla Monster of Monsters for the NES, joined by my good friend Jaws. How are you, Jaws?
Hey everybody, Joss Sauce here.
So Jaws submitted this game. I've seen him run this game many times, and it didn't get picked up during the lottery at the time that happened, so it was just up for grabs, and I felt comfortable with mine, so I said, you know, I'll join Jaws some sauce on it. So here we are. Yeah, Jazz, you want to talk about this game overall before I do a quick reset?
Yeah, so this game is awesome. It's a monster of a game. A lot of people, when they were kids, probably saw this game and called it jank. But once you get to know it, as you're going to see with Vertz playing it today and me talking through it, you're going to love it just like we do. There's a couple different things that are happening, but for this mode, that all you need to know is we're going to play the whole game, but we're going to focus only on Godzilla. So you normally get Godzilla Mothra. Mothra we're going to kind of brush aside. We'll focus on Godzilla, stomping through all the different planets to stop the Planet X people from taking over the world.
And also, thanks to generous donations earlier, I think last weekend we met this incentive pretty quickly. We're also going to be doing a Destroy All Monsters incentive fulfillment after the full run. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I'll go ahead and reset the game. Get a nice clean run going here. And we will get going in 3, 2, 1, go.
We'll mash the story. We don't need to know the story. It's Godzilla. He's big. He does stuff.
Yes.
It's fun.
Let's go. All right, so we have Mothra. This is Godzilla only, as Jossum Sauce mentioned. But we do use Mothra because we can bait the other kaiju with Mothra's position, but also we do have to have Mothra take a dive before we finish each stage. Sitting here and letting Mothra, Defender of the Earth, fail to defend the Earth.
There's a lot of different ways you can play this game. You can play Mothra only. You can play with both monsters. There's a bunch of different modes in that sense. There's also some warps you can do with death warps. Since we're doing Godzilla only, you're gonna see Mothra die on every level. When you see here those hexes. We're not playing chess or Risk here, but those do represent, each of those hexes represent a side-scrolling stage that Vertz will take up all through. What the object of each planet is to get your surviving monsters, in this case just Godzilla, to the end of the stage and leave the planet, defeating as many monsters as you need to. So you'll see Vertz take some different routes that will hopefully skip some monster fights later. But that hex board kind of tells us where we're going to go.
Godzilla chess.
So you have a mix of these side-scrolling stages and then one-on-one battles with the big bads, which are fun. So it's a really nice mix as a speed run. There's not any crazy, there's no glitches, there's no tricks. It's mostly just learning how to use the mechanics of the game and memorizing the stages, and then being able to adapt to how the enemies fight.
Aha! Nice
brain move that you had there.
Yeah, those are hard to pull off. It's really inconsistent. Oh. Notice I get knocked back sometimes. Anything that hits Godzilla knocks him back, so we try to avoid that by swinging Godzilla's tail very frequently. If you are in the Jaws, you can correct me if I'm... Mm-hmm. If you're in the middle of an animation and you get hit, you don't get knocked back.
Right. First monster here is Godzilla. You're going to see this a lot. It's going to come back pretty much every planet. Same with Maguire, the other monster. But this is the tickle monster. As you see, Vertz is getting a little tickled there. But nice fight, no problem there. Godzilla will often tickle you to the left side and just lock you there, tickle you until the 40-second timer runs out. But no problem there.
Extremely annoying.
When we get to the second mode, the Destroy All Monsters, we'll really see that in action. We got Maguire here. Maguire has a hitbox basically overlapping his neck. So the more you can hit him in the neck, the more damage you'll get to do. Vertz is excellently doing the jump kill. Great fight.
Daz, I believe this is true. Those two monsters are, at the time this game came out, unique to this game, correct?
Yes. So at this game in the 80s, Godzilla had its own movie, the Space Amoeba, and Maguire had its own movie, Maguire. Neither of them were actually Godzilla monsters. They're Toho Monsters, which is the company that makes Godzilla. But they didn't actually appear into a Godzilla movie. Really weird. They just kind of jammed those in here.
Need some monsters. And they're the first two that you see in this game. Kind of well seen.
You can punch all those purple dudes if you want.
Could listen to you more often.
It's okay. There is a limited number of stages in this game. They're different colors, basically. Like you've seen, like here's a green military complex. There's a yellow one, a black one. There's some jungle stages. You saw the big brain, the volcano areas. Like there's only 4 or 5 of each kind of place, for maybe about 50 or 60 total levels. So you can get used to the game pretty quickly just by playing it. The only difference is as your level goes up, more stuff appears on screen. So we'll get to this thing called a death magnet when he's level 4. You'll totally understand why they're called death magnets.
I will hopefully not demonstrate why. We can explain.
It's important. It's important not to just mash not that you're doing this, but just to tell everybody, don't mash the tail whip. You want to time the tail whip based on what's happening around you. So get a nice even flow of tail whips to avoid the knockback. You still take the damage, but these things don't hurt you too much. The bosses and the death magnets are what do the damage. All right, that was a really good Earth.
No, 503.
Nice, very good. Really trying to get around 5 minutes is the goal for Earth. And a lot of it has to do with how many tickles Godzilla does.
Yeah.
Get breath through this whole thing.
Good enough.
But the good news is you'll get to practice it because the next
we do the
box
same thing.
is the exact same one. So just breath right into this dragon. Right when you're about to get to the dragon, start your breath. Go. Live learning.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you only picked this up like a month ago, so you did another game first and then learned this. So
yeah, I had significantly less time. It worked out pretty well, all things considered.
The one thing to point out is we killed Mothra first thing in Earth. That was because Mothra didn't really do anything for us. But in this stage, we killed her second because by leaving her there, it made Godzilla move a certain way. So the way that the Hex world goes is you get a turn, the enemy monsters get a turn. You get a turn, back and forth. So people who have like Buffalax and Jahaley and Space Colonizer and folks who have put these routes together, they were able to test out and see like, okay, if I move Mothra this way, where do the monsters go? If I move Godzilla this way. They're able to create a route that kind of manipulates the board just by movement when you kill Mothra. It's pretty neat.
I think for this board, my notes at least indicate this is a 56% chance of Godzilla moving the way that it moved. It's pretty nice that he decided to cooperate.
The funny thing is, like, even not cooperating doesn't change much.
Yeah.
In this stage, it's nice. What Vertz is doing, what we've learned in the first one, is just sort of beginner routing, where it's like a 99.9% chance that the route's going to go exactly the way if you do your job. There are
punch that squid.
Get a little chippy on the left. Get in a breath. There you go. Good job. Again, showing you that you can't get touched when you're breathing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, while you're busy being tickled, we have $15 from Hoptor saying, more puns, please, and as always, say yes to distro. I feel like somebody's going to disagree with that, but that does mean 3 more puns for the Dreamland 2 pun incentive.
Good. Puns are necessary.
More puns, please. You want to jump tail those guys. You see that. You're going to see it about 40 more times. So you'll get it.
Okay, that's some practice. Hey, here it is.
Okay, death magnet. Here it is. The death magnets, flawless. Perfect. The death magnets are magnetic to you, and they will cause death. That's why they're called that. What they do is, they go up and down, but they change their speed based on how close you are to it and where you're at on a horizontal thing, axis of it. And if they hit you, they will take you with it.
Yeah.
So they basically latch onto you, take you across the screen, and kill you. Very careful. Very good. That works. And as long as you're doing a breath weapon, tail whipping, or kicking, in the animation, the death magnet will hurt you but pass through. If you're desperate, take a tail whip through it or breath weapon through it. Or what I like to do, and Vertz, you might have done this before, is if it's getting close to you and you're going to have to take the death magnet, get as far to the left as you can so that the damage is minimal. You'll eventually get off screen. That thing, you're going to see it in a lot of places. It will just end the run. A lot of places.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. They have ended my runs before. Get on rhythm, that would be probably.
Maguire does something cool. A couple of monsters do it where they jump, and if they're in the air when they die, we skip their explosion animation for a couple seconds of free time. So that's always a nice goal. Like when you're close to having Maguire down, just jump a little bit while you're punching him. Maybe he'll jump too. All right, do you want me to be telling you things
no,
like this?
I think that's helpful.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that's good.
This was a learning
Yes.
That was the cool thing about this marathon is it's just been a learning experience. Top of the marathon.
Boys V tail whipping.
That's good. Those pillars are hard.
Yeah.
The pillar levels are tough because you gotta time your breath in the right spot so you have it and you need it later. That was really good. You studied hard, Vertz.
It was a cram session,
Oh, okay. After we were just talking about how good you were with the breath timing.
Vertz really learned this game well,
Until this. You know what? But you didn't get knocked back, and
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here's this first big test. These volcano levels are full of life. You see those little crystal red walking dudes, whatever you want to call them. That's life. So get your health back pretty easily. Good.
Forget about that one. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
And the thing with death magnets that's really funny is they are always in the same place if you're always going the same speed through your game. It's based on the amount of time you're level. This is Varen. He likes to throw hands, and he likes to make his head a battering ram. So you want to punch him a bunch and keep him away from the right side of the screen. When he goes to the right, he puts his head down and just barrels through you. Pretty easy. That's a great spot. Good job. Each monster has a kind of a sweet spot with the breath, and we use different things like where the points are at the top, or how many kind of bodies away you are, to be able to find the maximum damage.
Yeah.
Maximum damage.
Get the death magnets on this screen, and they're awful. Oh, okay.
How's the sound now? I see chat saying that the game is a little higher than I am.
Can
get a little closer to the mic too.
And turn the game down. Shift.
I figured that was just a sign I was talking too much and you wanted to hear the game music because it's so awesome.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I turned it up on purpose, yeah.
It's a pretty good soundtrack. So these shooters, they work on a cycle basis where they shoot their missiles and then they move, and then they're vulnerable for a couple seconds. So they move, fire, move again, you can hit them. Just like that. Okay, cool. Sounds like it's a bit better now. I also got a little closer to the microphone. All right, very good, Mars.
Yeah. Hey, gold Mars too.
Sweet.
Pretty good. All right, this one's a little weird. We're gonna move. This is where we start to skip the kaiju fights a bit. So I'm gonna move Godzilla 1 so that we can try to skip punching a squid. This one's not too bad. I should really.
It's weird because when you get to the end of it, you're choosing not to fight enemies.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And it's contrary to the fun.
All right, Mothra, Defender of the Earth, let's go. No, not like this.
Yeah, get underneath that. You can scroll the screen more. I think you were trying to. There you go. That's a nice one. Now you get a coffee break.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Mothra is interesting. She gets to move 4 hexes, so it's really cool. Like when you're playing with both monsters, you get to skip a lot of areas or go fast. She's pretty weak though. Her little pellets are really weak, and her special ability is like dropping wings underneath her, which like misses. But it can do a lot of damage to the bosses like quickly. But you run out of power fast. It's definitely a hard mode kind of monster. But if you're playing with the both monster mode, you're going to be able to kill Godzilla off a bunch and then have Mothra fly through the level and skip monster fights. So you get, pros and cons.
I like the music in this level. I like the music in all the levels, honestly. It's pretty good.
There's a lot of great remixes out there, too. I think it's an undiscovered area of video game music. But it's not like you're looking up Godzilla movie music. It's like very special for itself. Darn jokes.
Yeah, this is like the most I've actually seen of this game, and the only other way I've seen anything from Godzilla NES was like a really old creepypasta.
No, that's the creepypasta. Yeah.
The classic.
Like
one of the few actually good ones.
I recently revisited that, and I'm like, wow, it does not the same when you're 40 as when you're in your 20s.
Well, yep, I figured I would get. All right, Brett, it is 2 out of 3 so far. Ain't bad.
Perfect. Yeah, this is the game that made the creepypasta. That there is a ROM hack of it based on the creepypasta, so you can play that game. Apparently pretty good.
Yeah. I think like the last time I looked at anything about it, it's like, oh, somebody actually made a hack of it. That's kind of cool, and that was it.
And I've noticed there's more video game remixes of songs from that than there are from the actual game.
That's funny.
Which is really funny. These pillars you have to kill. You can't cross them. They'll just bump you back. We're getting into some fights. I want to explain the, unless you want to, the punching.
No, you go for it. I need to focus on this fool here.
All right. So it always looks like he's mashing, but it's actually a rhythm. If you mash, you will skip beats, basically. Godzilla won't punch as fast as you will with a rhythm. So there's kind of like a cap on the speed you want to use. And once you find that rhythm, like Vertz pretty much has that right there, you'll do your maximum amount of damage and just kind of like punch. If you're mashing, you'll gap a few times and you'll damage as much.
They get the animation skip there that Jaws had mentioned before, which is always nice to get.
You can get that in about half of the enemies. A lot of enemies look like they would do it, but they don't. And then if they jump up, they just take more time. Because the way the death animation works is they have to leave the screen. Same thing with Mothra too, so we want her to die as low as possible. So when you see Godzilla hopping up and down, we want to kill Godzilla as close to the ground as we can, but we're not going to waste time hoping for it to fall, So we're talking like 3 seconds a boss kind of difference, which can add up, over 30 bosses, but not enough to care too much. So if you got a breath through that, you can. There you go. Good job. It's scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no!
Not like this.
I don't know if you've played enough yet, but I feel those.
Yes.
Like, you know?
It's all going wrong.
like, oh, I feel it.
There we go. All right, Baron part 2.
Him before. Yeah, if he gets to see how he bulldozes a little bit, good job backing away. Good spot, nice 4 bars of depth.
Okay.
You get about 40 seconds or so to beat a boss. And then what happens is it just goes back to the tactics screen. You know, but your route's all messed up when that happens. Good job, that's a good fight.
Buffalax still sees the death magnets in his sleep.
Yeah.
That's not correct.
Yeah, Buffalax join us with our jumping tail whips. They're the best. Yeah, good. Don't accidentally fight Hedorah.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if you do is don't win the fight. Just let him win. He'll take its turn.
Oh.
You've wasted 40 seconds kind of doing it. It could be worse.
City stages, like destroyed city stages, I don't know. Hello.
That was fast one.
Yeah, he was ready. UFOs. I love these UFOs because when you hit them with your tail, they just go flying.
Whee! Bye! My UFO people need me. So it's called the Calamari Corner, is what they've dubbed it. And so you're just sort of cornering around, taking the corner around Hedorah here, the smog monster. Again, like I said earlier, we take a turn, the enemies take a turn, we take a turn. And there is a kind of a specific order based on what you're doing. So you let them kind of waste the turns attacking you, so you run away. So one of the few games that score actually matters. And when I say it matters, if you stand under the first 2 numbers of the points, you'll be in the right spot to hit Hedorah right in the eye it's on the right side. So the points don't really count, but they're a good, like, see right there, perfect spot. You do the full damage.
I was a little worried.
Good time.
We got it.
And when you play this game a lot, like where I'm at, you in terms of the time, I can sense in the soundtrack if I'm about to run out of time. Like you get used to where you hear the lulling of the end of the track. You're like, oh, it's gonna run out of time.
It's coming. Yeah.
It's not usually a surprise. The surprise is more of like, I've got like a sliver of health left. Come on, I can do it. Oh, that's it. Okay, dang it. Out of time.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's the Saturn Baragon thing.
Yes, for sure.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, Baragon. Oh, buddy.
One thing you can do in these complex stages is kick more instead of tail whip, because you'll get to kick more often and not have to worry too much about where your tail's going. You might miss the shooter because of the tail whip. Like these just kick through. And like I said before, like it's cool to be able to learn stuff on the fly because you will see this level 7 or 8 more times. So.
Yes.
like there's gonna be a death magnet here.
Yep.
There always is.
Every time.
There it is.
Come on.
If you see 3 lasers, you're getting a death magnet with it. Yeah, like picking those little lasers are good. Yep. Good. So yeah, you get a lot more control when you're kicking here. Sorry, I can't help but teach.
Yeah.
You're just
No, you're good.
You're doing awesome, man. You're doing great. Alright, and Lucky escapes. Gazora can't reach him, so we've skipped the tickle monster and finished Jupiter. Good job. Saturn. This is my favorite song.
It's a good one.
Besides the title music. Now you can see how much more powerful we're getting. One tail slap feels like everything already at level 7. This game is really cool because you feel your growth.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's not a matter of like, well, except for a couple of bosses.
Yeah.
It's less of a matter of like, can I beat the boss? It's more like, I will, but can I do it fast enough?
And it feels cool going from like level 1 where you take 2 hits to beat up a mountain to like right there you just tail whip like through 2 mountains at once. So there's a lot of cool. The growth aspect is good.
I feel for all the Mothra fans out there.
I know, it feels bad.
It's very canon though. In all the movies, she dies so that Godzilla gets more powerful. So it's kind of, you know, it fits.
What a buddy.
I can't say much. I've never really watched any of it. I just hit flat.
So I mention this pretty much whenever I play to a new audience or share Godzilla stuff. The ones I recommend is Godzilla -1, which is the newest Japanese movie that won an Oscar for special effects. That's on Netflix, I think. It's on streaming services. Watch that one with or without subtitles. If you want English, it's cool. And then the King of the Monsters, the American one from about 6 or 7 years ago. Those two are kind of like the Godzilla films that I would say help you understand what it's all about. And then you can go to the older ones from there. But -1 feels like a good retelling of the original. And then King of the Monsters is a really fun summer blockbuster style of like the prime kaiju from the Godzilla series. They're all on streaming services somewhere. Or at your local Blockbuster. May only be that one in like Washington or wherever it is. Alaska.
I think that one's still around. I'm nowhere near it live.
Do they ship DVDs still?
Right.
Breath through these. It's just stage 2.
You might notice there's some lag in this game.
A little bit.
It's based on how much of the same color there is on the screen, right? Read my
Again,
notes.
manipulating the way the monsters move by deciding when to attack and not.
Many blue things on screen.
Matilda, that's really cool. They say there's an independent video rental place where they live only live because they also sell coffee. I mean, that's a great idea to still, you know. One of the last rentals I ever did was the Godzilla PS4 game.
Oh, wow.
Which, funny enough, is like one of the most expensive piece of modern Godzilla media. It's $300.
Oh my gosh.
Used because it didn't sell well, it went out of print, and you can't download it. Like, it's not on PlayStation Network or anything. It's not available digitally. So, it's not even that good of a game, and I hate to say that about a Godzilla game. Most Godzilla games aren't even good games, but I love them anyway. This is one of the best Godzilla games, I think.
Yeah, I think if you don't know the strategies of, like, you can tail whip through stuff and survive.
Okay, that scared me a lot.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
If you got knocked back by that laser, you're dead. Like, no!
Don't do it!
Tell you, I feel those, man. In my soul.
I will say, if you don't know that you can, like, tail whip through everything, this game is significantly harder.
Also, I remember renting this as a kid, and this part, like, I have no idea what this hex thing is. Like, I didn't understand how to get into levels.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that PS4 game. I mean, it is kind of cool because it's like movie realistic. Like it's made to be kind of like it's almost like Godzilla Movie Simulator. The game. Good. Another thing you could do that Vertz will use later, hopefully, is called the kick breath. And what it is it's what it sounds like. If you kick before you use your breath weapon, you give a shorter burst. So you use about half of your energy that he has now, uses less lag, and doesn't have to waste like the whole time doing it.
So
like if you're just gonna shoot, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, for context of those watching, you can see my input display at the bottom right. You have to press up to jump, and to do the tail whip is down and kick. So it's kind of a weird, like, hold down, press kick, switch to up.
Yeah.
And
you have quite a big window than you'd think, but still, like, I have calluses on my thumbs.
Yeah, my hand always gets really tired. All right, this guy.
All right, here's Baragon, the troll.
Right away.
So Baragon does a couple things. We're mostly just going to kick him in the face. His main annoyance is that he'll stand up and be invulnerable for a second, so that's why Vertz is breathing in his face. But eventually you can't really do anything about it. You have to just hope that he doesn't stand up. Baragon can also give you an actual troll face, which I haven't seen in a long time, knock on wood, where it just looks at the camera, like fourth wall style, and just like, at you. I don't know, if Buffalax, if you've got the Jahaley emote, but there's an emote out there of that. it just looks at the camera, go, and then it's invulnerable. Oh, very close.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So we're gonna have to fight Varen because of that, which is fine.
You can still have a great time with a 2-fight Baragon, like it's just part of it, but ideally it's only one, but the game has a big role in that. If Baragon just stands up every time, it's nothing you can do about it. There you go, find that spot, bash him in the face.
Alright, going down to 4 health, there we go.
Adora's the smog monster that was in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, where they started to get to talk about environmental things. So it's kind of a political movie in the sense of Hedorah represented all the trash in the ocean, basically all the pollution.
Interesting.
Godzilla was like saving the world from pollution. People were trying to like take advantage, like, oh, we can make money off this.
Yeah.
I mean, most of Godzilla is political in a sense. I mean, the origin of Godzilla. Here I go, starting my lore dumps.
Please do.
It's good when you're fighting the same guy for the 7th time.
Yes.
I mean, if you didn't know, like, Godzilla, the monster, represents like the nuclear age of war. The idea of like nuclear weapons, the harm they cause people. Because 1954, that's not too long after. It's 9 years after the end of World War II. Use of the atom bombs and stuff. So, it was a horror movie, essentially. So if you go back and watch the original one, not the Americanized version, because they took away a lot of the sadder stuff to make it seem less propaganda-y to them, I guess.
Suddenly reminded of that one of the thing I've seen done is like a meme image where it's like, yeah, go.
Destroy the financial district,
make the people happy.
That's from Super Godzilla, and unfortunately that's not in there, but it would be cool. But it's a great meme template. Super Godzilla is an interesting game. It's a Super Nintendo game. You control Godzilla walking through like squares on a map, which I don't know why they love the squares on the map thing. And then, I mean, so it's like it doesn't feel like Godzilla, but it's got a lot of like, original soundtrack stuff. It's got the real monsters from Toho. So it's a really cool game for a Godzilla fan. Not really a great game if you're not a Godzilla fan. Again, I'm a fanatic for Godzilla stuff. So me sitting here, I would not, besmirch the good name of our giant monster here. I wouldn't recommend Super Godzilla, really. Too much. More than a couple minutes.
Not all Godzilla things are created equal.
Yeah. But to go back to the Gojira conversation, so like that was a horror movie. If you watch it, there's all these terrible things that are happening to the people. It's focusing on like the destruction and the humanity kind of thing, where like they're helpless against this ultimate power of destruction. So basically, nuclear bomb. But on a less downer fact, less horrific thing. The beginning of Gojira, there's a boat that they see a big flash, and in the movie it's supposed to be Godzilla in his breath. But that represents the nuclear test at the Bikini Atoll, the Castle Bravo test, where there was a boat that saw the flash of the testing, and the kind of mirrored that. But it's the Bikini Atoll, and underneath the Bikini Atoll is the Bikini Bottom. And so all of those SpongeBob, and so the fan theory, and I love it, I'm on board with it, is that Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob, and everybody was created by the same nuclear test as Godzilla. So Godzilla and SpongeBob are the same universe.
It's perfect. We're on Uranus now. There's a hole in the center of Uranus.
Yeah. And that was your episode of Speedromizer, the Lord Gun.
Yes.
Oh, it's just only one episode. We got many more.
We have many.
We're only, a half an hour in? We got at least 40 minutes?
So I do want to mention, I don't know how, but that Saturn split saved 37 seconds somehow on my PB. I don't know what I messed up in my PB.
Your second Paragon was probably longer than this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now we're getting tickly. At this point in the run, Zora can get really annoying, where it can lock you here and run out of time. And that will screw up the route, and you'll have to fight extra monsters, but you are also a lot more powerful, so your punches do more damage. You can get out of this, especially with the breath. That was a good time.
Waiting for it to get down to 2. Thank you. Safe. Another planet where we're going to not attack some enemies and kind of bait them in certain spots.
Doing great, Vertz. Keep it up.
Look at these yellow guys.
Just slow you down, yeah.
Yeah, the yellow guys are the only thing that drop like power refill.
Yeah, that's so weird. I wonder, I don't know what's on any other stage other than in the routes, but who knows if there's some stuff like that. We don't even see like any of the real jungle level. We see like 1 or 2 jungle levels. Mystery of what else is out there. Hedora will push it back a little bit. It's really annoying. Just try to get in there when you can. And then just breath it when you get a breath, but it's got it handled.
Probably could have just kicked him one more time. I didn't realize how much health he had. Alright. So it's time once again. So sorry, Mothra. Huh? I suppose it doesn't matter if I pick to fight Farron or not. I would be taking a dive here anyway. Back.
Get your 07s ready for Mothra.
Yeah.
We will be thanking her for her service.
Yeah, if now is a good time for any announcements, if there are any, because we are going to be here for a second, just collecting some dots.
Yeah, of course. So if you've been watching anything from Speedromizer throughout last weekend or this weekend, and you're like, hey, I want to help out with it. So before every event, we have volunteer signups. I need to stress that these are signups; they are not applications. If we're able to, we try to accept everyone that we can. So that it can be not only be part of the event, but it can help run things. No experience is required either, so if you're completely new to it, like you haven't done hosting before, or you're curious about like trying to do like audio or stream tech and you don't really know how to do any of that yet, honestly, we are more than happy to help you learn all of it, get used to it, get your feet wet, and maybe that'll help. Maybe that helps you later on into like other bigger events. So if you want to do any of that, again, speedromizer.live/discord. That'll take you to our Discord server. There are a bunch of people there. Potentially, you may even want to submit to the next one when we do it.
Yeah, the event is great. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the event is great. It's
just keep kicking.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, talk about the good event. Yeah, so Speedromizer is great. I've done this several times. It's always super fun. It's really helpful. Yeah, definitely. And going to a good cause as well. So it's kind of the more important thing. Yeah, so what I did on this level was not move multiple times. So We did that so that Megara would block Baragon's path, and so we don't have to fight Baragon again. Good. Nobody likes Baragon. I just speak the truth.
Vertz, because you did Speedromizer last time, I watched you and was like, that's cool, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's how I got it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. I didn't get another arcade game. Another trackball game.
It tends to be a common reaction from a lot of them, where it's like, even if the run in not being for them, like after like, I'll do it again.
Yeah. You get to play some interesting games that you might not have played otherwise. So I think that's always cool.
Well, and it's a cool community. Go ahead.
Yeah, for example, this, and I know you were on here last weekend with Enter the Matrix, which
that's right,
that was also a run.
Yes, it sure is. Kick. It'll happen.
Death Mag and fun.
But yeah, as you're trying to say, Jocelyn.
Oh yeah, the community of it. It's like we all get to learn stuff. I'm a huge fan. As a casual speedrunner, I'm a big fan of these kind of efforts, like 20 and all the little events, where everybody gets together to learn something, even if it's different stuff. It's just so cool to be part of the community where it's like, hey, we're all learning something over these 3 months. How's everybody doing? Obviously, we're trying to raise money for a great cause too, but they're creating a community to grow it every time too, which can have a way bigger impact on the causes later. It's fun.
Yeah,
do
sure.
it.
Yes,
everybody do it.
So we're on Pluto now. By the way, Pluto is for whatever reason the largest map in this game.
It comes before Neptune.
Yes. Yeah, we travel back.
Whatever space powers Godzilla was using to travel, he just went too fast. He's got to turn around.
No, hang on. I went too far.
In my head, I'm just imagining Godzilla has his back turned, using the breath to fly.
Have you seen that GIF of that meme? Where Godzilla uses his breath to fly? Because that's in a movie.
No way.
I know it's a reference, but I haven't seen that. I've seen like a Monster Hunter parody of it where it's Devil Joe doing that. Which is kinda kaiju-ish.
So I think it's actually in the Hedorah movie I was talking about. I think that's when that happens.
Amazing.
Yeah, because it's just a campy 60s style movie. The same thing as like with the... Sorry, I got a headset on and I keep thinking that's the microphone. I keep backing away from it. Sorry, everybody. It's a lot like following the James Bond movies or any of those series that go over decades. You can see the camp, like you can see the genre of the decade kind of impact. So like you got Hedorah as just like campy music, and so there's like this patriotic sounding march thing that happens, and Godzilla just blasts away, like almost like anchors away. he jumps up in the air and blows his breath out to take off to go away.
Yeah, that's exactly
awesome.
how the parody did it. I think with the same music too.
Yeah. There's some more lore dump of fun. The old movies, especially the late 60s, early 70s, they get super campy because Godzilla goes from being this horror icon of monsters, destruction, to like funny savior of the world. Like with a kid, Manila, the little one who can only puff circles of nuclear smoke instead of a full breath, and there's kids dreaming of things, monsters, all sorts of weird stuff. But you can. There's some ways where he's talking and he's saluting people or like jumping up and down, and there's like thought bubbles where he's talking to another monster about like, what should we do?
By the way, I'd like to bring up, I have also found a version of that whole thing, but it's put to the moon from DuckTales.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, amazing. Another game that we have learned together, I believe. I think you did that 12-hour challenge with me, right? Das?
For which one? Oh, DuckTales?
DuckTales, yeah.
I think I had already learned it before.
Ah, okay, that's right. No, Lumaga did.
It's on my list to go back to. I want to do a Disney afternoon quad run.
Yeah.
Artichokes. This is like one of the only jungle levels we see. You see this one like 6 times in a row. It's like, here it is again. Did you like that one? Let's go again. That's great for speedrunning. Like this, I think Godzilla is a good beginner speedrun. It is a little long with the hour and a half or less kind of starting time, but you are doing like maybe 12 different things. Just learning, getting better and faster. I think. Here's Gigan for the 100th time.
Right. Speaking of Gigan, I don't think we talked about Gigan. Like
Gigan, all right.
Space chicken, cyborg. Thing. Who knows?
Gigan is my favorite monster besides Godzilla. It's a cowardly space chicken cyborg. He just runs away. And he's gonna run away in this if we do it right.
That's right.
He'll run away off of Neptune. But Gigan in his own movie runs away.
Brilliant.
Let's King Ghidorah fight Godzilla instead. He's too afraid. He comes back later with another friend, Megalon. So it's like a back-to-back Gigan battle movie. We get Jaguar.
Excuse me.
Okay.
We're fine. That was only a little scary.
Have the face, yeah. You do have enough life, you probably would survive anyway. Just what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
Good song.
But thankfully, because this level is very long.
You're starting to get to the level where you have just a lot of power. Your breath meter is very long. You have kind of 2 breaths queued up most of the time. Especially if you use the kick breath efficiently.
Yeah, worked out pretty well.
Always keep moving.
We're making our way to Mecha Godzilla here, and you might notice there are 3 kaiju on the bottom of the screen, and we're just not going to fight them because they're just never going to catch up to us. So just forget about them. Not exactly what I wanted to do there, but that's fine. Without that death beam. Death magnet,
So-
excuse me.
Point out something right there. You know, there's a lot of those phoenixes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, that was a little spicy, but we got it.
those phoenixes. Vertz did a good job at leaving a little space open so that if he does get hit by one and knocked back, you go too far and there's just a phoenix by the left wall, you're just going to get deathlocked until it kills you, which is bad. So by leaving a little space there's a place for Godzilla to go if he does get knocked back, because Nintendo controllers aren't always the best, and sometimes that down button doesn't really mean down. You pop up at the worst time. I don't know if you're using an NES controller or
Yeah, I'm using a Super Nintendo controller plugged into my computer.
so you have a much more ergonomic.
Yeah.
Same thing there. So you're leaving that space there. Yep. Good.
Okay, calm down.
Very nice. Great. That was a good stage. Just a lot of stuff happening.
Yes. So Mecha Godzilla coming up. Usually I can get it in one fight. Sometimes it takes me 2. It doesn't matter too much here. It matters more in the next. We want to only do one mecha fight so that we can manipulate Gigan to run away. But we will see how it goes. Sometimes
It's
Mecha
still amazing.
can just
Oh,
be
go
a
ahead.
jerk. Yeah, no, Mecha can just be a jerk. Was the only thing I was going to add.
I'm just saying it's amazing that the NES can handle so much stuff. Like there's so much stuff going on the screen at once.
Yeah.
It is lagging, but like it's not like game breaking.
Right. You definitely feel the lag, but it is you can keep moving. It's okay.
And a lot of time the lag actually helps you. It's not good for speedrunning, but it lets you adjust to what's happening. Yeah, the kicks are really good there because you're able to control your defense animation a little more with kicks.
Not talk here for a second.
Gotcha. Godzilla can be a pain because of the way it just shoots out lasers randomly to push you back. It can be rude, it can be rude. It's going okay so far. Very nice.
Okay.
Good fight. Yep, plenty of time left.
Yeah. It's pretty comfy. We just skip into the 3 guys on the bottom of the screen entirely. It's pretty nice. Oh no, I missed.
I remember that movie where Godzilla fought in the Death Star? That's where we're at, apparently.
My favorite Godzilla film.
It's like the Death Star trench run, Godzilla style. That's one crossover that hasn't been done in a comic book somehow. You got right now. Lord Dutt number 3. Here you go. You got a lot of media right now with especially comics. IDW Comics does crossover. They did a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Godzilla crossover. They're doing there's a Marvel crossover where it's like Godzilla destroys the Marvel universe. There's the second series of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. There's like 10 of those issues. My recent favorite is Monsterpiece Theater, where it's the Great Gatsby, Sherlock Holmes, and the Time Machine, classic novels.
Excellent.
Versus Godzilla. So Godzilla just happens to be in those worlds. So like the Great Gatsby one is you're just having the party and then boom, 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 and then Godzilla just crashes through the party house.
Nice.
It's a great time to care about Godzilla because there's a lot of nonsense and good stuff.
And we are not going to attack fairly often on this screen. Or on this stage, I should say.
And he spent 2 turns doing nothing on purpose too, because you're just saying, you guys go ahead twice, and we'll start. That just lines those guys up to Mothra. Where, like we mentioned earlier, if Godzilla's in a certain spot, Mothra's in a certain spot, the enemies will move a certain way. So let's make sure that they kind of huddle around Mothra for no reason. Mothra's not going to be there very long, so it doesn't matter. Hold their attention. I don't know why they don't attack her though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's a little strange. We're gonna swarm around you, but
yeah. Whatever happens with the movement, they don't attack. I don't know if Buffalax is still around in the chat to explain that. I know he knows a lot of the technical stuff. It works, again, whatever it is.
Once again, Death Star screen here.
Godzilla be a Jedi or a
Sith? It depends. I guess if it's campy 60s Godzilla.
Now, if you ever wanted to play like a Sith Lord with Godzilla, well, Fortnite has it for you.
Right.
Buffalax says the enemies don't see you if you don't move. So by not ever moving Mothra, they don't know that you're really there. They think you're an obstacle. Neat. Cool. Good coding. I mean, that feels like they did that intentionally to give you a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Just imagine like the first thing Gazora just attacks Mothra. Cool. Good game. You're dead. Now with level 12, your punches are really strong now, so let's see once he gets back in there. Take him out pretty fast. So you just to see how fast the damage is.
Okay.
Let's see, he's being a well, he's just being no fun.
I do.
That's right. About to play then.
Hey,
that's good. Good job.
Nice. The goal here is that we're going to head down to the right. We're going to fight Gigan, but not defeat it. And hopefully defeat Mechagodzilla in one fight. All goes according to plan. Gigan will run away. Says something like, Gigan decided fighting more was disadvantageous, so it ran away.
It's a strategic cyborg chicken from space. Gigan weighed his options and did some pros and cons.
Decided,
maybe not today.
No. All right, Bill.
So, one thing that can happen on this board, it is a 12%-ish chance that Baragon moves poorly and into your way, so you can't do the Gigan skip, but have to see, I don't know what he did.
I think he moved in a way where I've seen him move normally, so I think we're okay.
I had a run yesterday where that happened, like the 12% happened.
No.
But this doesn't mean, like, when things go badly in this game late, it's not like you don't win, it's that it's a slower. Like, you're really powerful now.
Okay, good shots.
It's after this. Baragon's going to move after this. We'll see.
Yeah, I see. Baragon
Hopefully
moves
he moves down.
87.5%.
He did. Good. That's the good way.
Okay.
That's the 87% chance that he moves that way, and now you can do the strat that scares away Gigan.
My notes for this. Thank you, Josh, for the images. The notes say, "Move Godzilla 2. Don't attack," in all caps. Gigan attacks in regular script. Don't kill in all caps.
Yeah. Shout out to Space Colonizer who made these PowerPoint slides that make it really easy to see. Did a great job at touring me and help. The Godzilla community is really cool. A lot of guys, a lot of folks that just want this. Some of them aren't even Godzilla fanatics like us. They're here for the game. That's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a combined Godzilla Discord, so if you want to try Super Godzilla or some random Game Boy Advance game or any kind of Godzilla game, the speedrunning group is. DM me for more information. Awesome. Or Vertz. He'll route it to me.
Yes,
you're in that Discord too.
I'm in the Discord, but I know nothing, so please don't ask me.
Vertz thinks this is a one and done, but when we start playing Godzilla 2 next week, yeah, their Buffalo actually just said it, or Godzilla 2, wink, wink. That's right. That's a tactics game. It looks like Advance Wars, but with Godzilla the bad guy. You're the military.
I see. I'm watching Gigan's health here. I want to get it to the last square, and that's it.
And then what's fun
leave
is
me alone.
you can hit him a little, you can punch him one more time.
Maybe.
If it lets you.
Notice my health wasn't really going down.
Not even
at all.
hurting you. Yeah.
Not going to move. I will fight the enemy. I will not fight Gigan, though. I will fight Mechagodzilla.
Yep, the hardest menu. That's the menu boss right there. Alright, so Vertz has to beat Mechagodzilla in one shot here. Trigger that run for Gigan, but this is just, he'll skip Baragon and a couple others if he does it. It's just extra time.
Oh?
Punch you. Got this.
Yeah, it was a little bit off rhythm.
Oh, it was so close.
Yeah, I got a little bit off rhythm. That's okay. We'll just have to fight some extra goons.
Extra value content for the folks watching. It's free Godzilla content.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. What's wrong with more Godzilla here? Yeah?
And whenever you beat a boss, you get a little health refill. Every turn that you don't fight a boss, they get a health refill a little bit. So by the time he gets back to Gigan will have probably about half of his health back. Mechagodzilla will have a little bit more too. No big deal.
I don't suppose it matters who I attack, really. Because he's more annoying. My revenge tour.
How dare you not go down in one?
Thank you while you go down.
Not
like
my
this.
cyborg chicken. Unfortunately, you don't really have to fight any extra guys, but that was one extra little fight against Gigan, and so it could be worse. We're not
Extra
going for
Gigan
world records
fight.
here. We're going for
Right.
finishes.
An extra Gigan fight had to fight Hedorah, but you know, it happens. Please go down.
Yeah, it does that. I like this one. It gives you like one of everything.
Yeah.
A little buffet of enemies, of military enemies.
Okay. Do you guys
All
like?
Good enough, Neptune. Planet X.
Which is the 9th stage. It's not Planet 10.
Yeah, Planet X is from the movies. The Zillions are often behind the space monsters. Way back to the second Ghidorah movie.
Okay.
And we get the sweet title music again.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fun.
Very good.
Which I think is really good for this, because the title music is just a remade version of the original Godzilla.
No, I don't think I knew that. Yeah, so the good news is that this is the final stage. The bad news is that I could die right at the end. Hopefully not. It should be okay. But it is possible.
Oh, don't worry. We'll save dying at the end for the next mode.
That's right. That's right.
Don't go anywhere, folks. There's more Godzilla after this because of your support.
Right.
Unlock something.
Certainly unlocked a thing, that's for sure. With this being the final stage, we get a little bit of everything with the stage makeup.
Oh, Bufflack says the Japanese version of the cartridge has different title music. I'll have to listen to that, find out what that is.
One final farewell from Mothra here. this is the enemy's last stand. They just put all of the monsters in a line at the end of the stage. We'll slowly start coming our way. All right, let's play Punch That Squid.
You do have a lot of breath. Well, with this, I mean, it's Godzilla only, so Godzilla gets all the level ups because he's beating all the monsters. You know, when you spread the love, like, you know, having like level 9, level 7, or level 9 the late, it makes it a little harder in the end, for sure. So using both monsters is a different kind of challenge, but again, you get the benefit of being able to skip a lot more.
Just end up with so much breath power by the end of this.
I love these. You can just walk through stuff. A little taste of the death.
Yeah, I got clipped by it there. Yeah.
Showed everybody how it could take you a little bit. I mean, it's real. I don't want to knock on wood on this one, but it takes a lot to die for level 15.
Mm-hmm. There's always just so much chaos on these screens. Baron's turn. Good job. Well done. Proud of you.
You tried.
But can you guys please give me some space? Okay. Just punch it. It doesn't matter. Get so much health from these stages. Be a little bit risky with just getting hit by all the enemies. Oh my gosh. Not like that though. I'm glad you told me about jump kicking those walls.
Yeah. And at this stage of the game, you're strong enough where you can almost like one-shot it by giving it a little free kick into it.
Oh boy. There we go. Alright, Mogera time.
Come here.
Okay, fine. Let's see.
One thing that's interesting is your breath doesn't ever get more powerful. Like, your breath is always the same damage. You just get more of it. Where, like, your punches and kicks and tail whips get stronger as you level. It's different. There's like an attribute system in the background.
Let's go. He can move now.
He's been waiting a while.
Yeah, I'm ready. They wasted my last turn, but
just get raffle stomped because now your punches like annihilate him. That too, plus yeah, all the breath. Oh, he's being smart and he's hanging out on the right as if he knows you're gonna punch him a bunch.
Nice punches that didn't connect. Love it. Those connected. That's good. There we go.
I love like the critical hit when you do it.
Yeah.
Just, like he falls back a little bit. So dramatic. This is the one time you see this jungle. Just a bunch of extra stuff for no reason.
Okay.
Crazy. that doing so low?
Oh, yeah, it came in super high.
Softball death magnet. It's like these eyes. It's like they knew Biolante was coming out. Biolante's the giant plant monster. That movie came out like a year after this game came out. It's like almost like they knew it was coming and then didn't put it in or something. 'Cause these levels look like they're just Biolante levels.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Artichokes. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, I was a little scared. Definitely could have been bad. I thought I had destroyed the one on the right, but
enough space though. Yeah. Just like breathe in, breathe out. Bufflax wanted to point out that was close AF. He felt it.
Yeah.
Artichokes are no joke.
Get out of here.
No! Exploded.
Alright, Baragon. My revenge tour continues.
It's very satisfying taking out these guys at high level. Like your kicks are like half their health bar. So they do that. Baragon, please. Baragon, please. Stay down and get kicked in the face, please. Ah!
Baragon just wants to be on their hind legs.
I like when it jumps the head like that. Like, ah!
Oops. Okay, well,
there we go.
I'm glad that hit.
Nope,
I was like,
good.
oh, that's not it.
Artichokes teach the art of the choke, is what Bufflax. That's true. So strong. It's one kicking those things.
Oh boy.
It's good. Get to the far left when you might be in trouble. But at least go through you fast.
Yeah, a little scared, but we got it. This screen.
This one's fun. Now everybody watch out for the death magnet. Just spawn 3, 2, 1. Death magnet.
It just appears.
It can't hurt you, but it's there. And it freaks you out every time.
My first run of this, I had no idea that was there, and I was like, "What is that?"
What are those?
It's like you don't see it coming because you didn't. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
You're like, how did I miss that? If you're moving, it's not going to hurt you. It just, you're so stressed by those the whole game that you're
yeah, they just
trained
appear.
to fear the death magnet. We'll have some more colorful description names for those things. I just call it death magnet. Come up with your own name for
The family-friendly stream.
Yep.
All right, Gagan. Here we go.
Ah.
We, after this, have Ghidorah coming up. Talk about the horror that we're about to face.
Yeah. King Ghidorah is the original OG villain of Godzilla, the real villain. The king versus god kind of thing, right? So that's why I said watch the King of the Monsters movie. That has that going on. The King Ghidorah is like the tickle monster, except for his tickles hurt you. And he can do a thing that we've called the Texas Pete, where he will run into you, push you to the left side, and then just kill you slowly while you do nothing but just despair. So we hope that doesn't happen to Vertz.
It's very, very poetic.
That's what happens.
So does that make him the king of the run the beat?
Oh no. So here we go. We're gonna hope that he doesn't want to come to the left. Let's stay there and get punched in the face. He also shoots lightning. Oh no! No, don't do it! No! Move, King Ghidorah, move! He's doing it! He's Texas beating! Okay, good, he backed away. Do this, Vertz. No! No! Okay, there we go. Most of the time it takes 2 fights. Sometimes you get lucky and you get 1 fight. It's good. it's scary when he comes across the left. It's like, what's gonna happen? All right, that's a good fight. It looks scary at the beginning, but you got this. You're ahead on health. Do it, Dora. Don't do this. Half bars left. Come on. Ghidorah, please. Ghidorah, please. Ghidorah, please.
Do this. No.
Ghidorah, please.
Oh no.
Ghidorah, please. Breath him. Oh, no,
I'm trying. I don't have enough. I don't have enough.
No. Ghidorah, no. Sorry, that was my fault. Ghidorah,
no. Okay. That's okay. We will.
Ghidorah. Well, it's up to you.
Okay.
On that one, if you want to redo Planet X, or if you want to,
yeah,
or just call it a.
Right, yeah, because this is so okay. So the context is this is 15 minutes now to finish the game. We could instead mercy kill it, and we could go to destroy all monsters. It depends on what perhaps the stream organizers tell me in the live channel in Discord. Because we can, I can try again.
I will leave it to their discretion. Right now, we are at about an hour 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you probably want to switch to destroy all monsters.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. We can see me fight King Ghidorah there instead and see how it goes. Bummer. Yeah. So if you defeat Ghidorah, you do one more level, and then you get a nice text crawl. The game can just decide you're done. And what happened there was I was too scared of my health, so I was trying to get the breath attack by mashing start and just did not get it. I didn't have enough power, so that was my bad. So we will, because we want to do the incentive for Destroy All Monsters, we'll get that loaded up.
While you're doing
So
that,
sorry, people.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, that happens. And I mentioned that this is a good beginner run. You know, the thing is that can happen. And it does feel bad to play for like over an hour and then just lose. But everything else is good, so it's worth it. So destroy all monster mode, which is fun with the password because it's destroy whatever L monsters did.
Oh my god, I see the Tetris Pita
monsters.
mode, and that is glorious.
That's beautiful.
Going after L monster.
Yeah. All right. So we'll start this in 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
For this one, it's all the monsters right there on Earth. You're level 8. You don't level up. All the other monsters are the same if they are on Planet X. So they're a lot tougher and stronger, and you're just level 8. So you're like the level you are halfway through the game.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If we didn't have this incentive, I would definitely try Planet X again, but it takes so long. It's like a 15-minute sprint already. So I just want to respect the organizer's time and the other runners' time, and not overstay my welcome.
So in a sense, the way I treat this, and a lot of other runners treat this, is this is the practice hack, essentially. Like, this is the practice mode, because you get a chance to fight every monster almost all the time. It's timed, you have to still fight through the stages, you get a little bit of everything. And since the monsters are at their full levels, you're getting the real fights. So it's a really good chance to practice against solo monsters and get the strategy down. The problem is, from a run perspective, speedrun perspective, is that the RNG is brutal. So you'll see in a minute, Ghidorah is kind of a gatekeeper to whether you get a good run or not, and Ghidorah can do even more Texas speeding because you have much less health to fight him. So a lot of weird things can happen, but again, it's a really good practice mode because you're gonna fight everybody.
All right.
Here's the RNG gatekeeper of the run. It's not the end of the run if you don't get this in a fight, but like it shifts all of the route in terms of the order of the monsters.
Cool.
Yep, this is what. Okay. Kind of like a tickle Pete instead of a Texas.
Oh my gosh, dude. Like, hey, so I heard you reset because the game didn't like you last time. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so that's fine for this, because it's fun. You can do no reset, but like, if you're running this for a time, you would reset that. Makes it harder. But it's a great. I mean, again, you're weaker than Varen is right now, so being able to practice getting the good punching rhythm down and all your tricks.
There.
If he gets close like that, you can do the tail whip on the neck. We'll get him on the back.
That was a little close. Should I kill Mothra or attack?
Just fight.
Okay. I suppose I can kill Mothra anytime. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll just do that right at the end. Oh,
You can do it. You can do it next.
okay.
It doesn't matter at this point. Now you're just gonna fight. You're gonna fight everything. The speed run aspect of it, that route is all of it.
Incentive meant, yes. Get out of here. Go on. Get out of here.
Kick him in the face.
Wait.
Let's fight Hedora. Doesn't matter.
I'll trust Joss.
They're coming at you regardless.
Yeah.
What the impact to the route is that you'll have less of a break between monsters now.
Sure.
Like you have to be careful about health. Get to Mechagodzilla. Make sure you have health leaving this room. Going a little fast, dashing. It's weird. It feels like you should go fast. There's like a medium.
Alright, so I have Baragon.
And I'd probably kill Mothra after this.
Huh?
Paragon, please. This is rarely a one-fight battle. For all monsters mode, it's almost always
Just because of the strength different. Okay, Mothra. For this mode, for the regular mode, my splits are every planet gets its own split. For this mode, it's kill Mothra, kill everything else. Only 2 splits.
Splitting on this is really hard because you don't know if you're going to get Baragon in one or if you're going to get Izora in one. Or like Gigan can slow you up sometimes. Like it just the splits are really hard on this one. It's really just first you want to just hope to finish a run.
I think I got lucky the very first time I did this. I finished a run, I think. And it was like, oh, great. And then every single other time, they're like, nope, sure can't do that.
We were all jealous.
Round 2. Fight. Oh, okay. It really does not have to be like this. Alright.
Good amount of health, that's good.
Oh.
The tough one, 'cause he'll do the most damage out of nowhere. Like that.
Yep. Yeah. Quite rude.
So he's a mean mecha. Did this marathon last week. It's based on runs that die fast on RNG, and I died on mecha.
Of course.
It is a thing.
Ow, okay. Please let me attack.
Yeah, now we're a little in trouble because of the health. Be really careful when he.
Oh my gosh!
Razors. Oh wow! A little extra in there. Be careful when he to razor. Yeah, you can kick him instead if it's jump kick.
Well, that's not what I meant. Okay, sir.
Get a little bit in there, and he backs up a little bit.
Oh.
So happy he can actually. He's like ah, like opens his mouth. Ah.
Yeah, like haha, it is time. Wow, jeez. Okay.
Okay. I would go away.
Okay.
Nah, you could go up one.
Sure.
Get health from that place. So we're trying to
It's kind of a
finish. We're just trying to
kind
finish
of a
run.
disaster. Hey, look, I have health. What a novel concept. To be alive.
Good safety to stay alive. This is why you do that against Ghidorah too, like before you attack Ghidorah. You don't attack it, you wait for it to attack you after you lose some health. But that's not fast, it's just fun.
Health after Dragon and Mecha. Once again. Slow down.
You got full health.
Going too fast. Yeah.
And Ghidorah doesn't move, he just stays there. He's guarding that end zone. It would be funny if he moved and you could just slide in there. Yeah.
I win. Haha.
But, I mean, that has advantages where on all modes, Ghidorah will stay there. Alright. You can choose. Do you want to attack first, or do you want to give him? You have 2 levels to go through. So. I didn't know. Right, yeah,
It's too late.
it doesn't matter.
It's your choice. However, we'll see what happens. It'll be fun.
Punch through all this. I got the screen. I love this color palette of this level. Godzilla.
It's just that one meme, the illusion of free choice.
Yeah. Or like a Hobson's choice, I think it's called, where like you think you have a choice, but you're gonna choose it. Some more Danny music is out there. He taught me something finally. So I learned something from him. He tries.
Not again.
Alright, here we go. Let's not Texas Pete. He's got way more health than you do, so more often than not, just run.
Wow, that was unfortunate breath, but that's fine.
No.
All right, round 2. Yeah, this might be it.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for having me again. letting me pick up 2 games.
Another one.
Come on, you still have health. It's possible. Still possible.
Oh.
No.
Just don't get hit. It's
Just don't get forced into a corner. Man, unfortunate. Neither run finished, but so it goes.
This Destroy Monsters like never finishes.
Yeah,
though, so
no, it's super hard. Yeah, the bummer that we didn't get to see the end of the actual run, but I wanted to make sure we at least saw the insanity of the incentive. So yeah,
you still did really good.
Yeah, thank you. We can mercy kill this one. Double Pete, double Texas Pete.
Double Pete. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all again for having me. I always appreciate being in this, and always glad to help out for a good cause. So
good
thank
job.
you. GG's on not finishing, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Josh.
GG's on Texas Pete.
Yes,
for their
GG's
win.
Ghidorah. Ghidorah did a good job.
wins.
Yep. And Jocelyn Sauce, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for letting me be here and lore dump the whole time for now.
Yeah, hey, I was happy.
Yes. So where can people find you? I know you've done more than one run for this, but
Yeah.
people may not have seen that.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitch, Vertz505 there, also on YouTube and Blue Sky, less on Twitter, but I still have that apparently. And yeah, I stream random stuff. I speedrun more often than I always expect to. I always pick up something random. So yeah, if you stop by, you'll see hopefully something cool. And Joss, how about you?
Yeah, it's just at Jocelyn Sauce on Twitch here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I stream games like this. Casual dad speedrunning. Thanks for letting me hang out, Vertz. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for being here.
In that case, let's don't go anywhere because we're going to be in the next run going before long. But we'll be taking a break in between that, so take this moment for yourselves if you need to, and then we'll be back soon. So GG's again, not to Ghidorah or Texas Pete, but to Vertz for that valiant attempt. That fight looked very rough. Very good effort. Honestly, sometimes in Speedromizer, that's how it goes. Sometimes the run just doesn't work out. It happens. But it's still really good. Still really fun. Still very Godzilla. But anyways, we will be taking a momentary break to play some ads. So take this moment to take a break yourselves if you need to. Get up and get some water. Get a snack. Do whatever you gotta do for yourselves. Unshrimp. unshrimp and make sure your posture is good. But we'll be back in a few minutes, and then we will hopefully have the next run up by then. Hello and welcome back. For anyone that's new here, you're watching Speedromizer. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, so what you submit is not what you run. We are, as the Chat Radio Marathon with a bit of a twist, instead runs are shuffled across all of the runners and they get 90 days to learn their new game. We have a Discord server that is that to be found at speedromizer.live/discord. We have 150 plus runners. They've learned 200 plus individual runs since 2023, and that has no signs of slowing down. If anything, that number is going to go, keep going up. But we are here to raise funds for QMUNITY. They are You can find them. You can donate through speedromizer.live/donate, or you can type !donate in the chat. Any and all donations go directly to them. There are no middlemen involved. But if you go there, you can go to our Tiltify page, and we currently still have a poll and an incentive that you can also donate towards. So we have one that is running for the remainder of the event, where you can say yes or no to Disco, and currently we are very much saying yes to Disco, but maybe we can change that. And also for the run that's coming up next, Kirby's Dream Land 2, we have Tempest puns, where for every $5 there will be a new pun from Tempest, up to 15 max. Currently we are at $52 for that, so we have 10 puns, and we're close to an 11. It'd be neat to see if we can maybe tap that out before the run ends. And finally, if you're curious about what QMUNITY might be, so QMUNITY is out in British Columbia. They are a resource center for queer, trans, and two-spirit people. Actually, let me get the full thing. For two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, and asexual people. And they've been helping. They've helped over 13,000 people since 2022. By providing low barrier access to mental health resources, peer support, information, and referrals. And they've been around since 1939, built by and for queer, trans, and two-spirit communities. They try to show up for these communities every day, and they try to lead with stability, continuity, and building trust. So if that sounds like a really good cause, and honestly to me it does, definitely get your donations in. Like I said, speedromizer.live/donate, or type !donate in chat. That'll take you to Tiltify, and you can go on from there. But in the meantime, just sit tight. We are still getting things ready for our next run, and that'll be did before long.
Ba-dum, 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 Ba-doom.